How do we give up a grudge and forgive someone who has hurt us, betrayed us, and disappointed us deeply? Forgiveness is a very hard pill to swallow, especially if we are the ones having to do the forgiving. Now, sometimes the hurt is very deep when, someone that we really care about and trusted, like a spouse or a parent, and who has, betrayed us in some ways that really hurt us deep. Or maybe even we could be victims of crime and probably harshly bullied. But at the end of the day, you must understand that forgiveness can transform anger and hurt into healing and peace. So one of the reasons people come for a party reading, sometimes, they want to understand why things happen to them, or is it in their destiny that these bad things have happened to them. What they're really looking for is, a way to forgive, okay? Because otherwise, if they keep looking for reason to blame the mishaps and misfortune on someone else, at the end of the day, it's not going to uplift them. It's not going to solve their problem. They're still going to be hurt, and that pain is going to last a very long time. So at the end of the day, part of our job is to help them understand, to come to terms with it. Now, it's not to say that you're going to let the other person off the hook. It's just really, forgiveness is a power for you to set yourself free. Okay, so learning how to forgive can help you overcome depression or anxiety and rage. And it can also help solve a lot of personal and professional conflicts. And, so making a decision to let go of this grudge will help you live better, live happier. So in a party consult, it's not just about reading the chart. Sometimes we also have to, help someone learn to let go. In this video, I want to talk about the 8 ways to forgive somebody. So method number 1, first, embrace your darker times. Okay, you have to come to terms with. Now, you can study your party, you can read your charts and understand why it happened and how come it happened. But at the end of the day, you still have to embrace the darker times, because the fact that you don't want to embrace it, that you are fighting against it, why this is happening to me, this itself will cause a lot of pain and hurt inside you. Okay, at the end of the day, you not being able to forgive the other person is because you keep revisiting, trying to find out the reason why these things happen. Well, you can understand why it happened, or you can just embrace it, and that way, that's the first step towards helping you letting go. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you got to switch your focus from blaming others to understanding yourself. This is very important. So part of learning to read a chart, a destiny chart, is to understand, yourself better, not just to blame why others have done and wronged you. I know sometimes it's, definitely we cannot let the other person off the hook, but the first step is stop assigning that blame, because once you do that, you lose power to actually heal yourself. So the most important step is for you to understand yourself better. Why are you responding in this way? Why you keep having this sort of grievances? At the end of the day, you have to set yourself free. So step number 2 is stop assigning that blame and start taking that responsibility to understand yourself. Number 3, this is, I think, the most important step. Number 3 is don't go to sleep feeling angry. Really, this is important, because sleep is when you actually get to heal yourself. So if you can't forgive, you're going to sleep being really angry, and you can't sleep well, and then that deteriorates your health, and that reduces your energy. Your vibrational elements will be lower, and then you are prone to bad luck, and bad things happen to you, and then more blame will come, correct? So the way to do this is at least sleep happily. Don't go to bed being angry. That's number 3, okay? Number 4, you should stop looking for reasons to be offended. Okay, because I think some people just make themselves so fragile that everything can offend them. Anything about the past that that person do or the person is doing now offends you, right? So if you're so easily offended, it's very hard to actually let go of that person or let go of the offender. Okay, so don't look for occasions to be offended all the time. Okay, this is important. And number 5. I think this is important, especially if you are a wealth structure or if you are an output structure person. Avoid the need to tell people what to do. Okay, avoid the need to tell people what to do, because if you keep telling people what to do, you take it on as if that everything you are responsible for, how things should work and why things must be like that. Don't. Just relax, just chill. Okay, this is one of the things can allow you to be happier, is to avoid telling people what to do. Okay, and number 6, take responsibility on your part to be happy. This is how you should live your life, right? You are responsible for your own happiness, not the person who offended you or someone. All you have to do is stop offending and then only you can be happy. Come on, right? You live your life, and if you want to not forgive someone, you're going to be extremely unhappy, and then that deteriorates your luck, and that deteriorates your quality of life. So you got to take responsibility on your part to be happy. This is a very important step. A lot of people don't want to be responsible for their own happiness. They pass that responsibility to the spouse, and if the spouse betrayed them, then they feel unhappy and can't forgive that person, right? So you don't do that, right? You are responsible for your own happiness. As long as you own this, you own your own happiness, and you are responsible to make your own self happy. That way, you won't be hurt by all these negative, darker times in the past. Okay. And number 7, this is very important. Be kind instead of the need to be right. Okay, because sometimes, because you want to prove that you're right so much, and because of that you hold a grudge and there are grievances, why someone has betrayed you and all that. You know what? Be kind instead of the need to be right. That will help you feel much better. And finally, this is number 8, practice giving instead of taking. Sometimes it's okay, right? Give and take begins with giving. All right, so before you can take, you got to learn to give. I know it's hard when someone has offended you and you feel really betrayed and you bullied, but you know what? Just consider it charity and let it go. So if you do this, any of these 8 things, it's possible for you to practice the power of forgiving and lead a much happier and healthier life, okay? Because your inner peace begins with this. If you don't achieve this forgiveness, you're going to hold that grudge. This may shorten your life. It may cause depression and anxiety and rage, and that's not a very good quality of life for yourself. So at the end of the day, you're doing this for yourself. You're not doing this for the other person who has betrayed you or has wronged you, has done you wrong. At the end of the day, it's for yourself to become better. So you do this for you. Now, for those who practice date and time selection, Heavenly Pardon Day is specifically good to use this for yourself. Practice any one of these. You don't do all 8 things. Any one of these. My favorite is don't go to sleep angry, right? If you go to sleep angry, even your dreams are bad. Okay, so practice any of these to live a healthier mental and emotional life. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video with all your friends and subscribe to my channel if you're not already done so. And if you're new to this channel, you just joined me, please introduce yourself in the comment section below, and also tell me how you have handled forgiving others and how you have let go of grievances. Share your experience with all of us here. And don't forget to check out my other videos in this series. Thank you so much for watching.